Have you ever thought about taking a simple dish, but making it even more difficult by putting it in your air fryer? That's what we're gonna do today. So I have been challenged by Doug over at Griddle Cook Eat and More to do a stir fry in the air fryer. So technically he gave me something easy to do, but he made it so much more difficult. He seems to think I use my air fryer a lot. So we're gonna do this today. Let's start by getting our marinade going so that our steak can rest in there while we get everything else. We've got some water. We have got some soy sauce. We have got hoisin sauce, ginger, garlic, and sesame oil. Description below will have all the measurements of everything we just put in here, so you don't have to sit there and try to guess how much I just dumped in there. Just give that a quick stir, set that aside. Let's go ahead and get our steak thinly sliced to go into there. What I did is I put this in my freezer for about 30 minutes just to firm up a little bit, makes it a little easier to thinly slice. And you want to find your grain, which is the way the meat runs, and slice it against the grain. Now that we've got that all sliced up, we're going to add it to our marinade bowl. Make sure you mix it up really well to coat all those lovely pieces of steak. You could also make this with chicken if you prefer, but I do a lot of chicken dishes on my channel, so I opted to go for steak this go around. We're gonna set that aside, let it do its thing while we get our vegetables going. So our vegetable choices, we've got our green pepper, orange, our red, and an onion, and we're just gonna thinly slice all of that. Just like that. Now, I know if you've watched my channel before, some of you out there are like, wait a minute, why is she using green peppers? She's adamant she doesn't like green peppers. I don't like green peppers, but this marinade is inherently sweet, so the peppers are gonna give it a nice little bite that we're gonna need. Now, you're gonna want to add oil to the vegetables, so we're gonna dump all the vegetables into this bowl. This is whether you are using the basket style air fryer or the style that I have. You're still gonna wanna do this in a bowl prior to it. That way you can break up all your little onions. And we've also got broccoli. You can just go out and buy, it's called stir fry oil. I have just made my own. It's just a neutral oil, so I'm using canola, and it's just some ginger and some garlic and a little sesame oil. That's it. We're gonna coat those veggies with it. And just stir it up and make sure they're all really well coated. This is just gonna add another level of flavor to this whole dish. Don't worry about the bean sprouts just yet. They cook up a lot faster than everything else, and you still want a little bit of crunch to them. Okay, once you get that coated up, either add it to your air fryer basket or to a baking pan. Make sure you spread it out evenly. And this is now going to go into the air fryer. There is no need to preheat the air fryer because we want this to go like slowly. If you put it in a heated oven, it's going to almost cook too fast, if that makes sense, to where things are going to get really soggy, and we don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and put it into our air fryer, and we're going to use air fryer mode 300 for about 5 minutes, because then we're going to want to give it a shake and put it back in and check the tenderness of our vegetables. And start. While that's doing its initial thing, you can go ahead and give that meat a stir just to kind of keep mixing it up through that marinade. And in 5 minutes, we're gonna check those veggies. That was our initial first 5 minutes. So we're just gonna go ahead and take them out, just give them a quick stir, kind of check for the tenderness of them. We want them softened, but not smushy. So I will tell you how long it took at this temp right here to get it to where I want it, but everybody's air fryer is different. So I would say cook it in 5-minute intervals and keep checking it. Now mine ended up going for 13 minutes total to get to where they're soft, but not smushy, to get rid of the crunchiness of a raw veggie. Everybody's air fryer is different. So like I said, keep an eye on yours. You'll know how to do it. We're gonna add the meat to that exact same pan now. We're gonna make a mess in the process. And go ahead and spread it out in there. And into the air fryer it goes. Now this we're gonna take to 360 for about 5 minutes. By the way, thank you so much for joining me here at Annie's Smoking Pot. I, of course, am Annie. This is my Tiny Kitchen Big Flavors. This was a challenge that was thrown at me, given to me, a shout out, something like that, from Doug over at Griddle Cook Eat and More during a live broadcast that he does along with Ryan, the flat top noob, and Rob over at Poor Guy Outdoor Cooking called The Shit Show, which is a great live show. If you get a chance to check it out, do so. But they challenged me during that episode, and so here I am, making something easy way more difficult. Thanks, Doug. The steak is done. We're not done yet. Oh no, remember I told you this was something simple made more difficult. Our steak is about a quarter of the way done, maybe halfway done. What we're gonna do at this point is, remember those vegetables we cooked up? We're gonna add those back in. We're gonna go this way with it, including the juices. And those bean sprouts, let's get those added in there as well. And we're gonna mix it all up. If you were to put all of this together in the pan, your steak is gonna get so overcooked. So cook the veggies first. Now we're gonna finish it cooking. We're gonna go back in again. Oh, bring me a wok next time. And we're gonna take it down to 325 for 5 minutes. And then I swear, we will be done and ready to eat. I love a challenge. I love taking a difficult dish and making it more easy, more simple for you. I have never taken such a simple dish and made it, it's not really difficult. I'm not gonna say it's difficult. It's a lot more time consuming doing it this way than just having a screaming hot wok in front of me, doing this and calling it good. Still gonna taste fantastic, and I know that. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Guess what we just did? We made a stir fry in the air fryer. It looks fantastic. It smells fantastic. And it only took half a day. Half a day. Just kidding. It didn't take half a day. It probably took a total of 20-ish minutes, I'm gonna say 20-ish minutes, but in the description below, full recipe of everything we did today and a link to Doug's channel over at Griddle Cook Eat and More so you can see how he did his stir fry. And it's right next to that like button if you enjoyed this episode, which is right next to that subscribe button if you enjoy the content of my channel. This way you can see it all. You'll never miss an episode. We're just gonna serve ours right over some steamed rice. Get some red in there because it's aesthetically pleasing. Nothing left to do but give it a taste. You could add some soy sauce if you'd like. If you don't like just steamed rice, you could put it over fried rice. You could probably just eat it as is. I do want to try a piece of that steak though because it looks so tender. Oh, that's gonna be good. Don't talk with your mouth full. Rule number 1. Rule number 2 is make this dish. That flavor is spot on. Fantastic. That steak is so tender. Steak in an air fryer anyway is really tender. The veggies are soft but not smushy. They've still got a little bit of to them, and it's absolutely fantastic. So there's nothing left to say, but you know what? Make it. Thank you, Doug, for putting this challenge out to me, making me step out of my comfort zone by doing something really difficult in my air fryer. But it is good, and I did enjoy it. So thank you so much for watching another episode, and until next time, bye. That steak is so tender.